Most people view manifestation as a form of magic, a flickering hope that if they wish hard enough, the universe might grant them a favor. But Neville Goddard taught that manifestation is not magic. It is a cold, mathematical logic of the soul. Once you have successfully assumed the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you have set in motion a psychological law that is as inescapable as gravity. The world you see around you is not a chaotic collection of accidents, but a perfectly ordered reflection of your internal state. The bridge of incidents is the most mysterious and often misunderstood part of this process. It is the series of events, people, and coincidences that lead you from where you are to where you have imagined yourself to be. It is called a bridge because it connects to shores, the shore of your current facts and the shore of your fulfilled desire. Today, we will explore why you must stop trying to build this bridge yourself and how to trust the divine logic that forces your manifestation into physical form. You are about to learn that your only responsibility is the end. The means to that end are not your concern. When you truly occupy a new state of being, the world must rearrange itself to accommodate your new identity. The bridge is not something you create. It is something you cross. Let us dive deep into the mechanics of this inevitable journey and discover how to walk the bridge with the poise of a sovereign creator. To understand the bridge of incidents, you must first accept that consciousness is the only cause. Everything you see in the physical world, the world of Caesar, is an effect. Most people spend their entire lives trying to change effects by manipulating other effects. They try to get more money by working harder, or they try to find love by changing their appearance. This is like trying to change the movie on the screen by grabbing the shadows. Neville insisted that once the causal internal assumption is established, the effect is already a mathematical certainty. The bridge of incidents is simply the unfolding of that cause in the dimension of time. It is the logical progression of events that must occur, because you have already reached the destination in your imagination. You are not making it happen. You are watching it happen. The moment you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the bridge is already laid out, even if you cannot see the first step. The logic of the spirit is far superior to the logic of the human mind. The mind sees obstacles, delays, and impossibilities. The spirit sees only the fulfillment. When you stop reacting to the world of effects and start living from the world of causes, you realize that the bridge is a forced march of events. The universe has no choice but to conform to the new decree of your I am. One of the most radical aspects of Neville's teaching is the command to live in the end. This means you must start at the finish line. If you want to be wealthy, you do not imagine the process of getting a promotion or winning the lottery. You imagine the feeling of already being the person who has the wealth. You see the world from that perspective. This is a crucial distinction. You do not think of the end. You think from it. When you think from the end, the bridge of incidents is automatically generated. The end contains within itself all the means necessary for its own fulfillment. The how is a product of the what. If you specify the how, you are limiting the infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind. You are trying to tell the architect how to build the house when you should only be describing the finished mansion. The bridge is often composed of events that you could never have planned. It may involve a chance encounter at a coffee shop, a wrong number that leads to a business deal, or even a temporary setback that puts you in the right place at the right time. By staying focused on the end, you allow the logic of the subconscious to choose the path of least resistance. The end is the magnet that pulls the bridge toward you. Once you have truly impressed an assumption upon the subconscious, your free will in the physical world becomes an illusion. This is a challenging concept for many to accept, but it is the key to peace. Neville taught that once the seed is planted, you will find yourself moved to act in ways that serve the manifestation, often without knowing why. You may feel a sudden urge to visit a certain city or to call a person you haven't spoken to in years. You are not forcing these actions. You are being moved by the power of your assumption. The bridge of incidents is a compelled journey. Even the people around you will be moved to play their parts in your play. They will feel an inexplicable desire to help you, to hire you, or to give you exactly what you need. There you pushed out, acting according to the script you have written in the silence of your imagination. On T-Bridge, your only free will is the choice to remain faithful to your assumption or to fall back into doubt. If you remain faithful, you will find that you cannot fail to take the necessary steps. The bridge forces your feet to move. You are a passenger on a ship that is already docked at its destination in the higher dimensions. Your physical body is simply catching up to where your spirit already is. Perhaps the most testing part of the bridge of incidents is when events seem to go wrong. You assume a state of wealth, and suddenly you lose your job. You assume a state of health, and you feel a new pain. To the sleeping man, this is proof that the law does not work. To the awakened man, this is simply the bridge. Neville often reminded us that the bridge may involve incidents that seem contrary to your goal. The subconscious mind takes the path of least resistance, which sometimes requires the destruction of the old to make way for the new. The loss of a job may be the only way to force you into a career that aligns with your new identity of abundance. The breakdown of a relationship may be the necessary clearance for a much greater love to enter. These are not obstacles. They are the scaffolding of your new reality. On the bridge, you must not judge by appearances. If you react with fear to a negative incident, you are essentially saying that the external world is more real than your assumption. You must maintain the poise of a person who knows the end of the story. If you know the hero wins, you are not worried when he is captured in the second act. Every incident, no matter how it looks, is a brick in the bridge that leads to your triumph. Walking the bridge of incidents requires a specific kind of mental poise. It is a state of waiting without expectation. You are not waiting for something to happen. You are waiting for the shadow to catch up to the reality. This means you do not go out and try to make things happen. You do not struggle, you do not manipulate, and you do not beg. Effort is a sign of doubt. If you are trying to force the manifestation, you are proving that you do not believe you already have it. The logic of manifestation is effortless. When you are in this state of the wish fulfilled, you walk with a sense of it is finished. You perform your daily tasks with excellence, but without the desperate hunger for results. The results are already yours. The bridge is just the delivery mechanism. The less you interfere with the bridge, the more quickly and naturally it unfolds. When you stop doing and start being, you allow the silent power of your I am to rearrange the world. Your poise is your power. It is the absolute conviction that nothing in the world of Caesar can stop the fulfillment of a decree made in the world of spirit. You are calm because you have already seen the end. The bridge of incidents has its own timing, which is often different from the timing of the human ego. The subconscious knows exactly when every piece of the puzzle must fall into place. It knows who must be where and at what time. This is the mathematical precision of the law. If your manifestation hasn't appeared yet, it is not because the law has failed. It is because the bridge is still being crossed. Impatience is the voice of the man who still believes he is a victim of time. But time is also a shadow. In the dimension of your imagination, the thing is already done. The delay you experience is simply the time it takes for your three-dimensional senses to perceive what is already a fact in the four-dimensional world. You cannot hurry the bridge, but you can certainly delay it by returning to a state of lack. Trust the timing of your soul. The bridge will never be a second too long or a second too short. It will deliver you to your desire at the exact moment when you are ready to occupy it. When you look back from the shore of fulfillment, you will see that every delay and every detour was actually a perfectly timed shortcut. The logic of the bridge is flawless. The final step of the bridge of incidents is the moment of arrival. This is when the assumption hardens into a physical fact. What is remarkable about this moment is how natural it feels. Neville often said that when the manifestation finally arrives, it will feel so natural that you might even forget you manifested it. You might say, well, it would have happened anyway. This naturalness is the ultimate proof of the law. The bridge has led you so seamlessly into your new reality that there is no shock to the system. You have become the person who has the thing, and therefore, having it feels like the most normal thing in the world. The bridge has not only changed your circumstances, it has changed you. You are now the master of your destiny. You understand that the bridge of incidents is the logical consequence of your internal state. You no longer fear the future, because you know you are the one writing the script. The bridge is always there, waiting for your next command. Every time you say, I am with feeling, you lay the first stone of a new bridge. The logic is yours to command. The shore is yours to claim.